Criminology Board Exam Reviewer. Industrial Security Management. Part 1. RA number 5487. As amended by PD number 11, Private Security Agency Law. Private Detective Agency. It is any person who for hire or reward or on commission conducts or carries on or holds himself out as conducting or carrying on a detective agency or detective service. Private Detective. It is any person who is not a member of a regular police agency or armed forces who does detective work for hire, reward or commission. PADPAO. Philippine Association of Detective and Protective Agency Operators. Watchman, security guard. He is a person who offers or renders personal service to watch or secure either residential or business establishment or both or any building, compound or area for hire or compensation or as an employee thereof. Security agency. It is any person, association, partnership or corporation who recruits, trains, muster, furnishes, solicit individuals or business firms, private or government-owned or controlled corporation to engage his services or those of its watchmen. Who may organize security agency. 1. Any Filipino citizen or a corporation, partnership or association. 2. With a minimum capital required by law. In case of corporation, association, or partnership, must be 100% owned and controlled by Filipino citizen. No person shall organize or have interest in more than one agency. Qualification of an operator or manager of a security agency. 1. At least 25 years of age. 2. College graduate and/or commissioned officer in the inactive service of the AFP. 3. Good moral character. 4. No previous record of any conviction of any crime, offense involving moral turpitude. 5. Not suffering from any of the following disqualifications. 1. Dishonorably discharged or separate from the AFP. 2. Mentally incompetent. 3. Addicted to the use of narcotic drugs. 4. Habitual drunkard. An elective or appointive government employees who may be called upon on account of the function of their respective offices in the implementation and enforcement of the provision of RA 5487 and person related to such government employees by affinity or consanguinity in the third civil degree shall not hold any interest, directly or indirectly in any security guard agency. Basic qualification of a security guard. 1. Filipino citizen. 2. High school graduate. 3. Physically and mentally fit. 4. Not less than 21 nor more than 50 years old. 5. At least 5 feet 4 inches in height. 6. Not suffering from any disqualification under RA 5487. Veterans shall be given priority in employment as security guard or private detective. Person convicted of any crime involving moral turpitude shall not be employed as security guard or private detective. Private detective, detective agency, security guard, security agency must first obtain license from the PNP. Employees employed solely for clerical or manual work need not be licensed. The license shall be displayed at all times in a conspicuous and suitable place in the agency office. The PNP shall exercise general supervision over the operation of all private detective and security guard agencies. The city, municipal mayors has the power as director of the city, municipal civil defense to deputize private detective and security guards to help maintain peace and order or prevent or arrest law violators in case of emergency or in times of disaster or calamity. They shall take orders from the chief of police for the duration of the fire, inundation, earthquakes, riots or other emergency. A security guard or security agency is entitled to possess firearms. Firearm must not be higher than .45 caliber. agency is entitled to possess firearm not exceeding one firearm for every security guard in its employ. Security guard is entitled to possess not more than one riot gun or shotgun. Firearms shall be carried by the security guard only during his tour of duty in proper uniform within the compound of the establishment, except when he escorts big amount of cash or valuables in or out of said compound. The Chief PNP shall prescribe the uniform, ornaments, equipment and paraphernalia to be worn by the security guards. Uniforms must be different from the PNP, AFP. Salary of security guard, not lower than the minimum wage prescribed by law. Limitations and prohibitions on a security agency. 1. No agency operating in the city of Manila and suburbs may employ more than 1,000 watchmen or security guards. 2. No agency operating in other cities and first-class municipalities may employ more than 500 watchmen or security guards. 3. No agency operating in municipalities other than first class may employ more than 200 watchmen or security guards. 4. No person, corporation, partnership or association may organize more than one agency in any one city or municipality. 5. No agency shall offer, render or accept services to gambling dens or other illegal enterprises. 6. The extent of the security service being provided by any security agency shall not go beyond the whole compound or property of the person or establishment requesting the security service, except when they escort big amount of cash. Who can issue rules and regulations to carry out the purpose of RA 5487. The Chief PNP, in consultation with the Philippines Association of Detective and Protective Agency Operators. What are the penal provisions for violation of RA 5487 or its implementing rules? 1. Suspension, fine or cancellation of license to operate with the forfeiture F bond filed with the Chief PNP. 2. Imprisonment ranging from 1 to 4 years and fine, in the discretion of the courts. Physical security. It describes the measures that are designed to deny access to unauthorized personnel from physically accessing a building, facility, stored information and guidance on how to design structures to resist potentially hostile acts. It is a system of barriers placed between a potential intruder and the material or installation to be protected. Security. It is the predictable state or condition which is free from harm, injury, destruction, intimidation or fear. Freedom from fear or danger or defense against crime. Physical security system. It is a barrier or system of barriers placed between the potential intruder and the matter to be protected. Protective device against hazards, threats, vulnerability and risks. Purpose, goals of physical security. 1. Deter potential intruders, example, warning signs, perimeter markings. 2. Distinguish authorized from unauthorized people, example, using pass card. 3. Delay or prevent intrusion attempt, example, wall, door lock, safe. 4. Detect intrusion and monitor, record intruders, example, CCTV, intrusion alarm. 5. Trigger appropriate incident responses, example, security guards. How to deter potential intruders. 1. Install warning signs. 2. Build fences. 3. Put vehicle barriers. 4. Install vehicle height restriction. 5. Implement restricted access point. 6. Install site lighting and trenches. How to distinguish authorized from unauthorized people, access control at the 1. Gates. 2. Doors. 3. Locks. How to detect intrusion. 1. Install alarms. 2. Install intrusion detection monitor. 3. Install video monitoring system. Vigiles. In Rome, origin of the watchmen, although their principal duty was as a fire brigade. Target hardening. It is the reduction in criminal opportunity, generally through the use of physical barriers, architectural design and enhanced security measures of a particular location. Defensible space. It is the range of mechanisms that combine to bring an environment under the control of its residents. Demography. It is the study of the characteristics of population groups. Principles of physical security. 1. An intruder must be able to acquire access to the property in order to benefit. 2. The type of access necessary will depend upon a number of variable factors and therefore may be achieved in a number of ways. 3. There is no impenetrable barrier. 4. Security is built upon a system of defense in depth resulting to accumulated delay time which may lead to the apprehension of the intruder. 5. Each installation is different from the others. 2 kinds of barriers. 1. Natural. 2. Artificial.